Okay, we're going to be reviewing SGE. Hey guys, I ranked the last days pretty fast again to gold 3, but today I got moved after a replacement to gold 5 again. I've been wondering if anybody would be willing to give me a few hints how to play more efficient. One thing I recognize often is that I want to throw a nade as Ana on the enemy and a team member gets hit by its hitbox, but I'm sure there's plenty of room to play better I don't recognize. And then they gave two codes. I picked the second one kind of arbitrarily. I'm happy for all comments. No need to watch both or a full game. Even some thoughts are nice. Thank you guys. So I did a quick scan of this replay ahead of time, and I'll tell you the dominant theme that I see here, and this is on PC by the way. The dominant theme I see here is I don't think you are comfortable with any of the heroes that you are playing. You go through, I think, like 3 or 4 different heroes. On none of the heroes does it feel to me that you really understand how the hero works. Okay? Or if you have some idea of how the hero works, your mechanics are severely lacking, which prevents you from being able to impact the game. Right? Fundamentally, Overwatch is still a shooter. Right? If you can't hit shots, you're not going to climb. Right? And if you play, Moira and you're not unable to heal, you're not going to climb. If you play Lucio, you can't speed people, you're not going to climb. Right? You play Zenyatta, you can't hit people, you're not going to climb. So that's going to be the dominant theme here. But we're going to go through example by example and kind of point out like where your issues are. So let's start with Lucio. I'm not going to worry about team comp. Okay. Start with Lucio. So the point of Lucio is to speed your team. So you've come out of spawn and you have not used speed amp, right? You should have amped your team because King of the Hill getting to middle fastest is very, very important. Right? You decided to take a different route from your team, so not benefiting from your speed at all. You also haven't used amp, where every single Lucio ever uses speed amp coming out of spawn to get your team there to the point faster. Right? So you've already made 2 critical mistakes. 1, not sticking with your team. 2, not amping out of spawn. This is what stuff like this is going to show up a lot, which is what tells me that I don't think you actually know how to play these heroes. So you walk forward. The whole time you're just walking on the ground. Instead of using Lucio's, one of uses like strongest passive is the fact that he can wall ride. Wall ride makes you faster. It makes you harder to hit. You don't wall ride at all. You just play him like a regular hero. Alright, so you're over here. You're playing way in front of your team, right? Notice your tank is still back here. You're playing way in front of your team all by yourself. Okay, you should be dead right here. The Hog should hook you and kill you right now. So I'm gonna rewind in a second and just show you how long Hog hook is. Alright. Just want to go a little further back. You see? You should be dead right now. You are not dead because the Hog misses this hook. But prior to this, where you just kind of just like walked from left to right, okay? Here, okay, that's fine. Like I understand not dying here. Right here, as soon as you cross, you should be dead right now. At any moment in time here, the Hog should have hooked you and killed you. This is a very easy hook for a Hog to hit. You should be dead. So don't do that. What should you do? Just play in the back. First of all, play your team, right? Get your tank there to make some space. A, but B, stay in the back, right? Wall climb here, whatever you want to do, just don't walk in the front like that. That's how you get killed. Alright, now you amp heal. Which is okay. I mean, I think the Orisa should have been healed here with a Mercy, but that's fine, right? So, turret's here. You're going to shoot a little bit of turret, it's fine. Again, you should be dead right now. You're playing in front of the tank, you take a ton of damage, and you're just hanging out in the front. You should be dead right now. You live. Miraculously. Okay? This Brig is right next to you. This Brig should have killed you right now. Also, you just don't seem to register or do anything about the Brig. Okay, fine. Then, you come back over here. Right? Run around. Running around with health, healing, despite the fact that nobody around you is actually injured. By the way, if you didn't know, you can see in the middle. You can see how many teammates you're around. Right, so right now you're around 3 teammates, for example. But you should look around and be like, does anyone actually need healing? If not, I should be on speed. Right? By default, you should be on speed, not healing. You move the Hog back. I think that's okay. Your dodging here is poor, but we're not going to worry about that. You really should be dead right now as well. It's just a very easy hook for them. Right? Brig slams you. You should turn right now and boop her away from you. Is that going to happen? It is not. Again, you should be dead right now. Very, very lucky that you did not die right here. This is not good dodging. This is just you, like, the enemy team missing. And then you run back into this turret and then you die. So you accomplished nothing. You didn't get your team there faster. You did a very small amount of healing. You weren't able to boop away the team. You didn't help your team take space. And then you die in a pretty silly fashion, honestly. Like, I don't even know why you're over here when your whole team's on point. You should have just gone with your team onto the point and played with them. Alright, second life. So, you decide to go Moira. Okay, great. Come forward. Don't do this, by the way. You do a thing where you click orb, and then you just hold on to it. Don't do that. Like, when you click orb, already know what you're going to do. Don't just, like, sit in this mode waiting, because otherwise you can't heal or damage. Right, you toss the heal over to the point. That's not going to do anything. They already have control of the point. There's no reason for you to be here. Just leave. Alright, throw the damage orb. You pop fade here. But you don't need to pop fade here. Your tank's here. You could just sat here. You did not need to fade back. This fade back is going to put you out of healing range of the tank. Okay, now you have to walk back up. And I'm going to show you just how much healing you miss here. Alright, you fade. Okay, watch. That hits. Miss, 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 miss. Oh, okay, you start healing again. Miss, 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 miss. Okay, a little bit of healing. Alright. You miss probably 75 to 80% of your healing on a tank, on a giant tank-sized target who's just standing in front of you. Why do you miss it? Because your aim is off. Your aim is like way off. And this is not what I would consider a particularly hard thing to do. I mean, it's like a fairly wide spray, but you see how you're just like kind of healing like this open area? Like you just hold down the trigger and just like wave it and like paint the open space instead of just focusing on your tank. All right. For some reason, you walk up despite the fact that you hear the hog there and you throw a damage orb in his face. You should have died right there. You go backwards, and again, look how far away you are from the tank. All you have to do is heal the tank here, right? Heal the tank will make space, you'll be fine. Again, look at how much healing you are missing right now. Your accuracy on healing is literally like 25%. Do you know what it should be? It should be like 80%. This is not what I would consider a particularly difficult mechanic to do. Right? It may be difficult for you, but I'm just clarifying that like if you want to climb, you're going to need to do this. So you follow the Risa in. This is good, right? Your team's got a pick. Great. Follow in. Just keep your Risa alive, and you can probably win this fight. All right. You throw a damage orb. I mean, okay. I'm not going to worry about the damage orb decision making. I think that's just too complicated for you right now. All right. The Torb's there. You fade off point is okay. I don't think you needed to, but that's all right. All right. Now you just kind of hold damage for a while. So you're just kind of slow to react to everything. Okay, so you're shielding the Risa here, who's actually full, but fine. Then watch. You hold down damage. There's no hog there, right? You just kind of hold it down. You're just holding it down to hold it down. You know what I mean? Like, you're not actually trying to damage anybody. You just hold it down in open space. Okay. The Kiriko goes in, and then the hog has popped ulti, and because you don't have fade, because you wasted it earlier, you're going to die here. Right? Again, another life that where you very easily could have survived, just you didn't need to use fade when the Torb was shooting at you. You should just play with the Risa, and we'll be fine. That's fine. Alright, let's try again. So fight's over, right? Everyone's dead. You recognize that? Cool. Now you play back. Hog's coming up. You don't want to get hooked here. Great. Hog uses his hook. It'll give you a little safer. This is a good time for you. If you want to damage orb or hold down damage right now, it's a good opportunity because the hog can't kill you with hook. Dynamite's in. You want to dodge a dynamite. Like, you should walk forwards now, not backwards, because you don't want to walk into that dynamite. Alright, you walk forwards. Great. You throw healing orb. Good. It's all fine, right? They go inside, you should go inside with them as well. Okay, the hog's clearly pushing you, right? You should fade. Good. You should have jumped at the end. I know you know how to do this mechanic. I've seen you do it earlier. You should have jumped at the end to get even more in. Because you know that the point is going to be safe because you see two chasing you behind. So you should just go onto the point as soon as possible. Or you definitely should not dally here. Your perspective should be, they're coming behind me. I want to get on the other side of this and play with my tank. Instead, you don't do that. All right, let's watch. After you come in, right, they'll watch you here, okay? So you just kind of hang out here, despite the fact that this is dangerous. You know this is dangerous because you saw the hog and Brig chasing you, and you can hear them, right? Brig is able to come to you because you were too far in. She's able to bash, hit you, maybe land whip shot, right? She's hitting you. Then you force to pour up Coalescence on a Brig, right, who's also being healed by Rally, so this is doing like net 0 damage. It's actually doing slightly more than 0, but effectively net 0 damage, right? You see the Brig's health is not appreciably going down. Alright, good. So you get the line. So what you should have done is you should have kept potentially backing up here to try to heal the Brig and the Risa. The problem is the hog is still alive. And it's just going to get pretty problematic from here. So you should watch out for the hog. Brig is low. You should die right here. It's crazy that this hog does not hook you. Again, look at it from the hog's perspective. Right? He sees you pop Coalescence. Walks up to the point. Like, I don't know why he's going for the Mercy. He should hook you right now. It is actually bonkers that you don't die right there. So what you should have done is, again, tracked where the hog was and then played as far away as possible and get ready to dodge. Okay, try to heal the hog. Right? You fade, but you don't damage. You don't do the jump, right? The fade jump. Because what you should have done is gotten off the point. There's no way you can kill this hog, okay? So when you faded over here, you should have jumped and joined the rest of your team. Instead, you stay on the point with the hog. You're not holding down right click right now, which is an opportunity for your damage. You fade again. Again, you try to heal the hog. You get hooked. You somehow don't die. I guess he didn't have a shot. You throw a damage orb into the wall. And then this hog, nope, it's not gonna die. All right, so let's pause. So we've watched about 3 minutes of your gameplay. I hope the most common theme that's coming out is all the things that you try to do, you do not do them well. Like, you don't heal well, you don't damage well, you don't dodge well, you don't position well. Okay? And all these things are fixable. To be clear, all these things are fixable. But when you ask, okay, what are the tips that I have for you? I mean, the problem is that all of the things that you do just kind of don't work, right? Like, you can't consistently heal the tank. You can't damage people. Like, you can't reposition well. You don't seem to understand, like, what areas are dangerous or what areas are not. So it's very hard for me to give you, like, one piece of advice. Mercy dies, there's nothing you can do about that. That's not your fault. But don't step forward right now. Okay, so now you're just playing for time because you're down 1. So you recognize you're down 1. Right? You just want to buy time for your Mercy to come, play point. That's a bad time to use a damage orb. Your resist is really, really low. You're healing. Okay, this is, like, good accuracy on healing. Okay, good. Right? Damage. Again, walk forward, healing the Risa. Great. Again, I throw another healing orb. Right? Go forward, follow your reset. You really have to save the reset here. Reset. Oh, man. So, you're unable to keep up damage to your reset, which I kind of understand. I think you should have faded and aimed to jump over here and then continued healing. But ultimately, I mean, you know, she's probably gonna die there. I mean, this after your Mercy died, it's unlikely you can win this fight. You try to stall for time, but again, it's 99% to 37. I think you're just gonna lose here. All right. So let's watch the next point. So you said go Moira again. Oh, actually, no, you said go Zen. All right, let's watch Zen. So, as a reminder, on Zen, you must hit shots. Zen is a DPS hero in disguise as a support. If you cannot hit shots, right, keep Discord up all the time, keep Harmony up all the time. If you cannot hit shots, you are throwing a Zen. You charge, good, right? It's a good charge. I think you charge a little bit earlier. That way you have all 5 ready at this point. But you go, fire. Oh, okay, it's, you know, you miss them all, but I understand. You're low, so you decide to cover a little bit. Right, stuff's going on over here, but like you can't really go up and help that, so just focus on point, Harmony. Right, you should Discord this hog, yep. Okay, good, got a kill in Kiriko, that's big. Right, you could have just, I don't know if you needed to reload right there. Yeah, you had to reload. Okay, great, got a kill. Hanzo Discord, good. Alright, so far on Zen, okay. Yeah, he plays okay. You're charging. Right, you miss. Partially the stair throws you off, you have to be careful. You hear the hog coming up. As soon as you hear the footsteps of the hog, you need to go back and play like way back over here, right? If you don't have time to do that, just like jiggle over here. You do not want to play anywhere close to that hog. Again, you decide to walk up to the hog. That's, I think, a questionable play. All right, you should Discord the hog as soon as you can, because even if you can't hit him, the Orisa can. That hook's coming for you. You're very lucky the Orisa saves your life there by spinning him away. Okay, so let's kind of watch, starting from... We're going to reload. Okay, starting from here, let's watch all your shots. So hit, miss, okay. Give Harmony. Miss, 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 hit, miss. Right, you have opportunity to reload right now. You have 8 ammo. You're not doing anything right now. Miss, miss, hit, miss, miss, miss. And you have 1 ammo, still haven't reloaded. Miss. Out of 20 shots, I think you hit 4 or 5, which is not good, especially against Hog, right? You want to be hit like 15. So it's tough because the Hog's getting booped around, but also some of these shots are just like they have no chance of landing. You really need a Harmony. You're a Orisa here. Okay, cool. So they're going to come back in. You should Harmony the Orisa here. Right? Again, if you need to cancel your right click, just melee. Don't actually fire them. It's much faster. It's just melee cancel. Okay, good. Discord. You killed some people. You don't need to Harmony the Pharah. She's being pocketed already by the Mercy. Alright, good. Cool. You guys are making some good progress over here. Alright, heal. Again, you're walking around super low on ammo, right? You have 9 ammo right now. You really should have reloaded a long time ago. You decide not to reload. You shoot at the Widow. You peek at the Widow despite the fact that you don't have a volley charged. You should honestly just die right there. Alright, Discord of the Hog, good. Again, you have to reload because you forget about your ammo. You're pushing towards their spawn. You notice that your tank is way back here, right? I don't agree with this. Just play with your tank. Alright, so your Pharah dies because they're all fools to be like trying to push the spawn like this. So Lucio's coming at you, and the solo Lucio forces your trance. This should never happen. Right? There's no reason a Lucio should scare you so much that you decide to pop trance here, right? You weren't even low. You took 20 damage from the boop. Right? You pop trance, this trance is completely useless. Nobody in your team is even low, right? Most of the time nobody's even visible. Right? You have this trance, you really need to get back behind cover right now. You decide to idle here next to the Lucio. Okay, well you get it. Great. Team caps the point.
Ready for battle.
Alright, here we go. So, this is what happens when supports peek first. You get killed by the Hog. Alright? All you have to do is just follow your tank and let your tank go first. You miss a bunch of shots right there. So again, I'm gonna watch okay, so this is 16 shots right here, right? You fire 5, all of them miss. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? All misses. 5, 6, you should put it over 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right? So you just fired 20 shots. You are 0 for 20. And I think that we can safely say 0 for 20 is not a good accuracy for Zenyatta. Alright? And it's tough because, you know, I can tell you that you need to improve your aim, and you can be like, oh, like, how do I do that? And that's really complicated. But I can tell you that if you don't hit shots, you will lose games. Right? None of these shots land. You have 20 opportunities. Yeah, even that one doesn't land. Like, these views on Torb are like, okay. I don't think you're tracking the Torb well, but some of these shots are just wildly off with no real chance of hitting. You see the Hog coming through right now. You should expect, hey, he's gonna try to hook me. You should have bought as much time as possible by playing here and then jiggling. Instead, you just run in a straight line and the Hog just kills you, right? So let's watch again from the Hog perspective. Right, kind of here's missing. He's just walking towards you. Okay, you re-peek him for some reason, then you just run in a straight line to the right. All you had to do was like AD strafe to make it harder at least for the Hog to kill you. But you make it super easy and the Hog gets a quick kill on you. Alright, you come back as Anna. Alright, again, walking super close to the front line. You should have been dead right there when the Hog stepped forwards. You throw a sleep that has no chance of hitting. Instead of saving it for like a critical moment, like when the Hog is you take a breather is a really good time. Once again, you really don't need to save this Pharah. Like, it's your Mercy's got it, right? The most important thing is you don't die here. If you die here, it all goes haywire. Just wait for your tank, right? You could have stepped back and still heal the Pharah. All right, your Pharah step forwards. You really want to sleep your... Okay, so you need to save grenade and sleep for the Hog. Okay, you're like the best counter in the game against Hog, but instead you just chuck it in here randomly. Right? You just chuck the grenade in randomly. It hits this Junkrat and immediately gets cleansed. Again, wait for opportunities where your team can use the grenade. Right? Nobody can follow up on this grenade. Okay? Wait for true opportunities. All right, Hog's here. All right, heal. For some reason, you try to toss sleep here instead of just healing your extremely low health Orisa. You also miss the sleep. She's forced to pop Fortify. You have another grenade coming up. So again, really good opportunity to good heal on the soldier. Right? You could have tossed grenade at that Hog, right? Who's getting super low and about to use take a breather, getting shot by the Pharah. Right, you just go over the... Yep, that does a lot of damage. Okay, I understand that. I mean, you're trying to drive another point. I think that's fair. Team gets the kill on Hog. We're just kind of shooting here. I think this is okay. Again, once the Hog starts stepping forward, you need to be careful. Heal the soldier. Pretty good aim. Pretty good aim on Anna. Definitely better than Zenyatta. Alright, they die out there. There's nothing you can do about that. right? Literally nothing you do about that is what it is. Just play point. This is not the time to pop nano, right? This is a 3-on... I guess it's a 3-on-3 situation, but like with the hog there and your tank out of position, like the soldier's not going to kill the hog, okay? So this nano is kind of wasted right now. You sleep the hog, right? You see the soldier gets nanoed, but he doesn't even want to use it. He's like literally just gets out of there. He's like, nope. It's like, you gave me nano, but I do not want to use it right now, which is a smart play, right? He's going to die if he tries to use it right there. And then you waste your nano doing nothing. You're forced to grenade because just a little bit of damage forces you to grenade because you get scared. You get super low from spam. You play this side of the point, which is wrong, right? Because they're going to step in, turn to left, and kill you. You should play the far side of the point behind your tank over here. Like, this is like the ideal spot. Out of position right now. As soon as they step on the point, they're going to come for you, right? You take damage from the right. You're forced to come through. You're very, very low right now. Soldier's low. Genji's coming for you. You toss a panic grenade, which, you know, doesn't really hit much. You throw a panic sleep, which also misses. You don't need to kill his turret. It's not your job. Just use your tank. Right? You throw another grenade. Again, your grenade is happening at a bad time, right? Like, the grenade hits the hog, but he's going to cover right now. Right? Right now, he's clearly going to cover. Then your grenade lands. Like, who cares? Like, he's like, okay, fine. I'll just wait inside. I don't think you have a good sense of like when people are killable and when they are not. Lucio's super low. You could have just scoped and killed him in one shot. Hog's coming for you. I think this is a good sleep, right? Again, I think that he is about to wake up and be a problem. Great. You don't have grenade right now, but he Riso interrupts it, so Hog should die here. Good. Alright, you kill Torb, who is also being very foolish. You kill the turret. Good. This all, I think, is good, right? If you play this well regularly, I think you would climb. Again, if you lose his trouble, scope and shoot him instead of try to... Yeah. And then throw the grenade at the wall that he's wall riding instead of just trying to chuck it into the air. Where's it does again? For, I don't know, a 5th time. Don't throw the sleep, because nobody's going to be able to follow up on the sleep, okay? Hog is extremely tanky. His whole team is there. There's no reason to waste sleep and grenade. Genji dies. Very lucky. Lava's coming. You should back here. Not much you can do. You're kind of split by the lava. I think just die on point here. Alright, you miss the sleep. I think you just die on point. So you can choose to stay alive, but if you get picked, then it's pretty disastrous. You decide to peek point for some reason instead of just try to get away, which you could easily have done at that point. They're going to try to chase you down. Hog's coming for the hook. You hear the hog coming up, so you could have played down here and then fired the sleep when you turn the corner. Instead, you get hooked and you get killed. Oh. Somehow are not dead. By the way, there is a mega right here that you could have grabbed. Alright, so instead of nanoing the ulting Pharah, you decide to nano Soldier here, which is like kind of understandable because he could have popped Visor here. He chooses not to pop Visor, which is unfortunate. Again, a grenade that's like not great because the Hog is like at less than half health, but with the Pharah dead, nobody can follow up and kill this, right? The Orisa's too far away right now to be able to get this kill. So you got to get your Orisa back up. It's your job to pocket the Orisa. You miss 2 darts, and then you die to spam. How could you have not had played this better, right? Well, first of all, when that Pharah goes off, I think you need to step up sooner, right? I think you're slow to recognize when the fight is happening in earnest, even though you see your Orisa, right? Your Orisa's taking the flank route. You're kind of chilling here. You have to recognize your Orisa's about to go in, so you need to step up right now. You're very late in this rotation, which means that you can't go up and nano the Pharah, because you can nano the Pharah wouldn't have died. Then you nano the Soldier. Soldier doesn't want to pop Visor here, which is kind of understandable, because I think he thinks Hook is still up. Then you miss 2 darts, and then you die to spam, right? This is kind of an unlucky shot, but again, I think if you're playing farther from the corner here, probably less likely to get hit by that. Alright, Soldier dies. Your team's kind of in stagger mode right now. Soldier kills Lucio, which is great. You get the res. Soldier dies. That grenade is again just like totally useless. Again, watch where this grenade goes. right? You just chuck it, like maybe at the turret is your intention. Don't use grenades at turrets. That is a huge waste of grenade. Right? The anti-heal is the biggest part. Not the damage, the anti-heal is the biggest part of the grenade. Right? Soldier's right there. You take a ton of damage from the turret, which you should have killed earlier with 3 darts. And then you get killed by the Torb. And that's game. So, what to do better? All the things. All the things. I think your aim needs a lot of work. I think your movement needs a lot of work. I think your positioning needs a lot of work. And I think your ability usage needs a lot of work. And because you rotate through 4 different heroes here, like I can't really focus the tips on one particular hero, right? None of the heroes that you played look to me that you really know how the hero works or what correct positioning looks like. You know, it's not like you're trying to do all the right things, but just missing. Sometimes it appears that you have no real clue how to play the hero. And it's tough for me to kind of give advice. I strongly recommend that you watch any number of like the unranked to X videos and just take a look at the hero of your choice and just kind of focus on one hero at a time. Because I think you're not at the level where you can play 4 different heroes. Right? Just focus on one hero and be like, I want to learn how to get good at this hero, and then switch to the next one. And I'm very much in favor of like a large roster of heroes to be good at, but I think dividing your time right now is probably not effective for you. So I would say just kind of buckle down, pick a couple of them that you like, 1 or 2, focus on those. Right? If you want to play Moira, play Moira. If you want to play Lucio, play Lucio. Yeah, I mean obviously lots of micro details in here, but it's tough because I think there's a lot of different avenues that you need to improve on in your game.